I don't know if I'm on right now. I have orders, and it's not to talk for a minute. But if I'm just sitting here like an asshole, um, all right. Can anybody see me? Is anybody here? Can anybody see me? Is anybody here? Yay! I'm live. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jennifer Muskie. This is my YouTube channel. How many people do we have? 0 viewers. Relax and Maxon, I think you were here last week. Welcome back. Johnny Hag, hello to you. Green Eyes. Green Eyes, in my estimation, is a pretty smart person. I've read a few of his comments, and if I'm remembering correctly, aren't you my homie? I think we've had a back and forth before. What's the 35 and 44? I don't know. I'm here and I can see you. Gregory Adler, welcome back. Oh, the weather. Yeah, it's here we are in Colorado Springs, and it's snowed yesterday and it snowed today, and it's 25, but it feels like 16. And I wish we had more snow. My daughter is awake and might be able to hear me, but I'm going to tell you something about Santa later, okay? So interesting. This last Tuesday, my video was about promiscuity. Yeah, kinda. No, it was about promiscuity, and the message was, don't do it. Don't be it. And I was surprised. I guess maybe it was the Pareto principle. 80% of people, 80% of people thought that what I said was decent advice, and about 20% thought that it was ridiculous. And I guess what was surprising to me is that people thought it was ridiculous. So I thought maybe today we could talk about why, sorry, my hair's all bucked, why I could be wrong about promiscuity, and maybe everyone should be as sexually active as possible, right? I mean, I guess that's what's surprising to me. I can stay silent on the subject, or I can give my advice. And if I'm going to give my advice, it would be two ways. It would be either don't bang everyone, because it's far more special than what media really. Media and peer groups are telling women. And then the opposite advice would be to just really have sex and explore your sexuality with anyone who will explore your sexuality with you. And I just can't really get on board with that. So on Sunday, there was one commenter who said, and I said this in my video yesterday, there was one commenter that said that high-value men won't wait long to have sex with a woman, and then they'll ditch that woman and go fuck a younger, hotter woman. Well, first of all, if you could always be getting younger and hotter, then what do you do? I mean, that seems like a Russian doll scenario. Anyway, so I invited him to be on because I wanted to look him in the eye, you know what I mean? And I wanted all of us to be able to see him with his perspective. I thought that would be really fun. And he did not respond to me. But there was another person, and maybe he's listening now. Hello, if you are, Ruben Jr., who thought that what I was telling people was not very helpful, and maybe a little ass backwards, and my statistics were wrong potentially. That's what he said. Sorry, I'm being not articulate right now. I'm being a little clunky. But I invited him to have a conversation because he doesn't agree with me. And how am I going to open my mind if I don't talk to someone who disagrees with me? But the thing is he's willing to do it. So on Sunday at 6 o'clock, today's Friday at 6, Sunday at 6 o'clock, he is going to be on and we're going to talk about if I'm wrong. And he's going to be the voice for the people who thought that my message was wrong, which takes so much balls. It takes so much balls. Have you ever in your life commented on a YouTube video and then had the person that has the YouTube video say, hey, do you want to come on my channel and talk about this? I just don't think it happens very much. And I think most people scurry. Last week, we had Paul and, Paul was his name? I think so. And Art, who came on and talked about free speech. That was awesome. So I think it takes a lot of courage. SPK Trader said, I'd rather stay and troll. Yeah, most people would. It's so easy to do, right? You just stay on your phone. You can poop and troll. And no one has to know. They can just think you're taking a moment in your castle to comment on a video. Anyway, so I'm going to do something. Kurt, the problem with promiscuity is that it destroys lives. I think it can. Italian Eddie Ralph, hello. If I do this, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? And if you can, do you see what I have up on the screen? It's awesome. Could you see that? Yeah, let's get going. Mark Twain, I'm trying to get going. Did you guys see the screen? Was I sharing the screen? Yes? Okay. I hope. You guys, you're not talking to me. Yes? Okay, great. Okay, so first of all, I think we should all take a moment to appreciate if Betty White and Dwight Schrute were mixed up in a person, that this is what they would look like. Okay. So now let's go to some comments, shall we? And talk about sex. We're going to go to Control F and sorry, you guys. NW Monk. God damn it. Sorry, I'm going to have to read this, which is stupid. Here, let's all look at Betty Dwight again. Okay, let's just look at me. So here's some, Betty Dwight, so good. Screenshots. Okay, so here's someone that tended to agree. I'm going to read this person's comment. NW Monk. I went to high school in the 80s and I remember how difficult it was to find a girl that would go all the way. Most girls were quite virtuous and men appreciated it and respected it. Yet there were a few girls that were known to be a sure thing, and I think by virtue of male instinct we usually stayed clear of those girls because we knew they were trouble. I entered college as a freshman in 1984 and it was the total opposite case. Women were so willing to have sex with any guy, anytime, on any date. There wasn't even any effort into it at all. It became so boring that most men, by the time we were juniors or seniors, were looking once again for that virtuous woman who, even if she wasn't a virgin, wasn't going to be a one-night stand. Those women wanted commitment at least 6 months or more before actually giving up the goods. Those virtuous women became the ones that the men actually wanted, while the promiscuous party girls got older and older and less attractive as a mate or partner. I'm not trying to prove or make any points here. I'm just sharing real life observations. So that's anecdotal, right? But it was someone that saw that when men are looking for sex all the time, and if they're just getting it all the time, it ruins the specialness of it. I said to my husband, it's kind of like heroin, I imagine, right? Because the first time you do heroin, I've never done heroin. The first time you do heroin, it's awesome, right? Or for any drug. And then everyone reports that then they spend their whole active drug career trying to get that first fix. It's not going to happen. And I think it's the same thing with virginity. I mean, some people, everyone loses their virginity a different way. And some people it's just a big joke, and other people it's with someone they hardly know, and other people it's people that they love. But you only get the one. You only get the one. And that's what's so special about it, is you get to give that gift the first time once.
Are you going to share the screen again?
Yeah.
All right.
My husband's telling me to do something.
Show the screen there.
Right here.
Oh, click on it. Now, right click. No, in the window.
Sorry, guys. I'm doing something.
Up top.
Click on the right
Click.
right click.
Transform.
Where is it?
There.
Oh,
And fit to screen.
fit to screen. Oh, look at that.
And then do the same for the, in that box.
I'm doing something. Sorry for the new people that are here.
Nope, that's it.
Yep. Okay. We're great.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you.
Love it.
Bye. Love you too. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah. So that first time, it's you only get to do it once. So he was agreeing with me. Now, what do you guys think? Should I check what you guys think? I will. Not yet. So someone else said. Nobody said. That's his screen name. Nobody said, I think you're kind of wrong on this topic for once. If you have already given up your body to a man that you deem... Oh, wait. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. Sorry. Excuse me, that was my stomach. Jason Young says, it's time we move beyond this mentality. Trying to tell women what to do is what started half the mess we're dealing with socially these days. Jason Young, thank you for the comment. It's time to move beyond this mentality. The thing is don't you think that most people have moved past this mentality? I mean, I have never... When's the last time you heard on TV or in a movie or overheard people talking that promiscuity is not such a great thing? I think we have moved past my video opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think we're still living in a time where people hold on to the notion that sex is important? The other thing I wanted to say is, it seemed that a lot of the people that were upset that I was telling women to wait to have sex, it's like it was a personal affront to them. You know, like I'm saying, like, okay, ladies, you know that guy, Jason? Don't fuck that guy. Don't do it. Make him wait as long as possible. Don't have sex with him. Now, what you're going to want to do is have him spend tons of money on you. And then maybe you won't even give up the goods anyway. Like, it seemed that it was very flipped and very, it's like my message was taken in a narcissistic way. You know, instead of where I was saying to women, it wasn't about trying to screw over men. You know, it was about having some integrity for oneself. Oh, hey, Steesley. Yeah, you didn't quite agree. Thank you. $5. Sure, wait on sex, but marry young. We're not meant to just wait forever. Indians have something right, in my opinion. Okay, wait. Sure, wait on sex, but marry young. Sure, wait on sex, marry young. We're not meant to just wait forever. No, I don't think so either. Did anyone think that I was saying that we should wait like a super long time? The other thing is, I know that men are sexual, but it seems like if I were to say, oh God, I'm sorry, I'm not really with it, and I don't know why. Men aren't so barbaric that they can't go without it. And it seems like that's the view that a lot of people have, that men fuck, no wait, you know? But I don't think that that's necessarily the case. Do you want to have sex as soon as possible? Sure, I'm sure that that's true. But I mean, are you incapable? Not you, Steesley, but men in general. Are they absolutely incapable of waiting? I don't think so. Again, we can go back to able or willing. Are men able to wait for a woman that they think is great? And by the way, when you're waiting, it's not like you're still spending time together, and if you really like someone, just to see them is very exciting. I mean, wouldn't you agree? When you met the last person that you met that you thought was absolutely good looking and funny and you felt so good around them, didn't you just want to be around them? And yeah, sex would be a bonus, but just to see them, so good. Oh my God, my stomach is super weird. Okay, I was going to say something about Santa. You can send, you can write a letter to your kid, right? As a response from Santa. And then you send it to the North Pole, to Anchorage, Alaska, and then they'll send it back and they'll stamp it with like the North Pole. Isn't that cool? You guys don't care, do you? Well, anyway, that's my big thing I figured out. And I've been trying to learn calligraphy because I think that Santa would write in calligraphy, but I'm really bad at it. Steesley, okay. We're horny as can be. Have you ever been a 20-year-old male? No. I know. Steesley, how old are you? I always got the impression you were like in your late 20s. No, I understand that. I understand you're horny. I totally get it. But I don't know. You guys, what do you think? Is there anyone in the comment section that has any time? One of my love languages, says Mark Twain. Steesley, 39. Hey, we're in the same range. Lackluster is my wrench. He's my husband. There's Mrs. Zippy. In Canada, you can address it to Santa with the postal code ho ho ho, and the post office has someone that writes back. Oh, yeah. There's a reason why we are bombarded by over-sexualized everywhere you look today. Very few people ever ask why this is so. Zipper. Yeah, I know, and that's the other thing I was saying in my video. I don't think as soon as women are watching TV, as soon as they're a child, they're getting notes of the aroma that they should be having sex and having fun, and that's what being a grown-up is. And I don't love that for people. I don't care. Listen, as an anarchist, I don't fucking care what you do. I don't care. My whole thing is to give people an option of a different way of thinking. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hello, Mr. Salazar. Welcome. Zippy! That's Mrs. Zippy. You can call her Zipper. You can call her Zippy. You can call her Mrs. Zippy. A high-quality man would not want to compromise, and devalue another person by having casual sex with them. Isn't this funny? We are leading women into this culture of promiscuity. Jason M. said that. Anarchist? Yeah. Oh, Machi 74005. Anarchist. I mean no ruler. And I am an anarchist within, which means I take full responsibility for me. I have relationships voluntarily, and I try to take as much responsibility for absolutely everything that I can. I don't think that anarchy would work out in this society because we're a bunch of babies and we don't know how to. And civility, right? 2 videos ago, I did a video about beauty and civility, and we're losing civility right now, and that's no good. Brian, thank you, $10. When there are 10 females willing to be spinning plates, the females that aren't having sex usually don't get attention. Kind of the good guy always finishes last situation. That's on us, guys. Huh? That's a good point. But really, I think that Brian, do you think there's anything intriguing about a woman who doesn't bang right away? Like when you're actually ready to be with someone who you want to look at every day with respect. Thank you. And Leanda, thank you very much. I don't get the women of today. They make relationships too difficult. Even when they flirt, I ignore because you never know if it is a trap. Well, one way to be safe is to ignore. I totally agree with that. If that's good, if you're in a good place and you feel good about everything, then I think that's a wonderful thing to do. But what do you mean a trap about what? Like they're going to trick you, try to get you to marry them and take all your money, or get you beat up by their boyfriend or something? I don't know. We can call it Whoopi. Relax and Max, and welcome back. Welcome back. Why are women ruining their lives with so much promiscuity, Jennifer? Kurt asked me that. You know, I don't want to say that people are ruining their lives. You can say that, and I'm not going to agree or disagree. It's just not my position. But I do think that promiscuity is just being sold. I think you can do a lot of selling easily if you get people, if you say something enough times and you make people afraid. I think about COVID. I won't get into it, but I think a lot of you wouldn't like me because I'm not into the COVID thing at all. But if you scare women into thinking that they'll be not very cool, or they'll potentially lose a man if they don't put out right away, and you tell them that constantly, we have these beautiful minds, and they're so malleable. And I think that's what's happening with the promiscuity thing. Voodoo Ranger. I like IPA. Mark Twain, what's COVID? Mark Twain, I think I love you. Oh, really? Oh God, the air is alive. Nah, we all know it's bullshit. Oh, I do love you. You seem to be Albert Nada Retro. You seem to be advising women to be users and encouraging men to lay down and take it. Albert Nada Retro. Tell me how. If you don't mind, can you explain why you think it seems like I'm telling women to use men and I'm encouraging men to deal with it? Because I can't understand that, and I want to understand your position. Forest for the trees. You're drinking Voodoo Ranger too. OCD, Jennifer? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. Where's my foot guy? There's a guy that always wants to see my feet. He's not here. Ben Shapiro said it perfectly. Women went from trying to change the bad behavior of men to behaving just as badly. Okay, James Hyde 022. See, that'll get some slack because some men will be upset that they would be accused of having bad behavior, right? But I get what you're saying. I find that many women try to take on what I would call the worst attributes of masculinity. Super tough acting, ready to fight, ready to talk shit, and that's it. Okay, the ladies are. Oh, Leanda. Hey again. The ladies are sexually active more than men, and it's also easier for ladies to get a higher body count. Sure is, and that's why I think another reason to tell women that they have a responsibility, because you can't. It's easy to be a slut. It's easy to be a slut. I went out with a group of friends years ago, and there was a woman there who was not very attractive. She wasn't ugly, and she wasn't fat. She just wasn't very attractive. And she was complaining about all these men that just are like hitting on her, and just the drama of her life with having to reject all these men. And I said to a close male friend of mine, I said, that is so bizarre. Like, I never get hit on. Oh, this is a bad story. Okay, so forget that. He said that she gets approached a lot because she's the low-hanging fruit. Like, most men are not afraid of being rejected by her because she's just blech, okay? Which means she can have sex with a ton of guys. She can have sex with a ton of guys. Jennifer, what's your point? I suck tonight. I'm the worst. My point is, even the low-hanging fruit of women can get laid every night if they want to. You put a supermodel, you get a supermodel, and she can absolutely do the same thing. Same numbers. I think. Did that make sense? Raul Sanchez, I'm drinking. Art of Free Speech, thank you so much for coming on my show last week. That was amazing. Mr. Biscuit is a very good friend of mine who now lives in Washington, and he's so smart, but he's a socialist. Right? Right, Mr. Biscuit? He's also a battle rapper, and if anyone is interested in knowing who I'm talking about, he was the Christian apologist in my video where I have Christianity versus atheism debates. I was the moderator, if you will. That is Mr. Biscuit, and he said, I think kind of jokingly, but I think he's quite serious too, that he would love to come on this show and debate a capitalist. Lamont, I mean Mr. Biscuit. Do you know, okay, there is a YouTuber that I'm subscribed to. He's from Russia. I made that up. He's a doctor. He's moved here. He's been here for 1,000,000 years. He's very pro-capitalist, and he hates socialism, and because he was raised in socialist country. There's Betty Dwight again. Oh, you guys can't see. Oh my God, I'm being very, very dumb tonight. Anyway, he is very smart. Would you be interested if I can set it up debating him? He is a capitalist. He has a subscriber count of like 70,000, but I would have you guys on this channel. And I think he would say yes. Do you want to do that? I'll message you. You're probably not even here anymore. Kurt said, I'll debate him. Okay, Kurt, and anyone that... Kurt said socialists are retards. The thing is you have to be on your game. He is not kickable. He's not kickable. Lamont, Mr. Biscuit, are you here? He's a super good battle rapper. Would a promiscuous woman want to even be to abstinent man? Paul, what is it again? T. Cruz, hey. No, wait. T. Cruz, you're Paul, right? I think so. Jay-Z, wait, what? Joel Woodkins, I did that with a cousin you and I share, Jennifer. Jay-Z, he's a simple Hebrew. I'm Jewish, and I wrote a poem on his second album called Where I'm From. I'm not Jewish, but, yeah. I don't know. Okay, so this is why we only do these for like 30 minutes now, because I'm being dingy. So I had some, I guess I only had 3 screenshots that I was gonna talk about with the people that the dissenters. It's not, I didn't use that word right. With the people that didn't agree. So yeah, it'll be really good on Sunday to have someone who thinks that my thinking, my message is old school. Someone asked me, or challenged perhaps, that I said that women that have sex with a lot of men have lower self-esteems. So I'll pull all these facts and figures up, and they could be wrong. Maybe my source is farty. And I'm just totally wrong. And actually, the best thing for society is for women to be even more loose. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Oh, Kurt, did I use it right? Okay. Mark Twain, what are you talking about? Good goddamn question. Art of Free Speech. Your message is old school, Jennifer. That doesn't make it wrong. Yeah, and I'm tending to agree with that too. It's certainly not hip, and it's certainly not the norm, but Smoke Dragon 420, they probably do have low self-esteem and they need validation. Yeah, and I think that women also think that if you have sex with a man easily, that's what a man wants because they're so simple. And then they'll stay with them and then they'll love them. And that's typically not how it goes. It can. I talked about this in my Demon, Are You Possessed by a Demon video. There are many people who find themselves married because they hooked up one night and then they liked the sex a lot and then they kind of just built a relationship around the sex. And now they're not happily married anymore because the sex was the primary. I have no idea if you meet a prostitute and then you fall in love, I'm sure that has happened and great. But I just think that there's a better way to do things sometimes. Michael Blacktree is one of my favorite people. In my opinion, low self-esteem causes promiscuity, not the other way around. Yeah. What's that? The snake and it eats its tail and it just kind of goes around and around, right? It's chicken and eggy as well. But yeah, no, you're right, Michael, because if you have high self-esteem and value yourself very well, you're not gonna have sex with tons of people. You just won't. I'd like to take back what I just said. You just won't. Because that's not fair. Because there's going to be someone out there that has high self-esteem that has fucked 200 dudes. And I can't speak for other people, but just I think in general, it's not good. I'm just a sucker with a low self-esteem. Mike Shaw TV said that, yeah. These chats go by pretty fast. I said to myself, not to you, that I was just going to be on for 30 minutes. But here I am, 33 minutes in. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone want me to talk about anything? Relax and Max and men don't want to be loved, they want to be sexed. Okay, here it is. Relax and Max and men don't want to be loved, they want to be sexed. If you are a man and you agree that you just want sex and they're not really interested in love, would you put a 1? Would you put a 1? And if you are interested in love as well as sex? No. If love is important to you, would you put a 2? If love is important, put a 2. If sex is the only thing that's really important, put a 1. I'm just curious if this is a thing. If Maxin Relaxin Maxin is onto something. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. One person said 1. Cecily said 1 and 2. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3. There's some 3s. There's 21, which I think is 1 and 2. 2, and we are all liars. 1.999. I like that. I like these answers. Yeah, we all want love, said Zackelwee. Ooh, sorry. I think that most people do want love. And if the person that you love will also give you a great blowjob every day, win, right? Tom Lambert. Tom. Welcome back, Tom. I think you guys are funny. Wait. Relax and Maxon says no honesty. I don't know if you're doing this with a smile on your face and you're being playful, if you're like, man, fuck these people for lying. Because you just don't know. That's what's so funny. you know, there's a lot of people that will comment about me, and because they know me. She obviously, this is her. This is what I think. You just don't know. You can't get into other people's heads. It's not fair because people are. You know what? We're so bad at even knowing ourselves, and then we're gonna like know everyone else. Yeah, right. People are funny, Mike Shaw TV. So I didn't know that Sean Connery died around the same time as Alex Trebek. Isn't that perfect and fitting? For all of you who are old enough, Sean Connery used to be on the fake Saturday Night Live version of of Jeopardy, and he would always take the categories and change their names. Like one time it was S words as the category, and he kept asking for that category and calling it swords. That's the one that stuck with me. I think it's really funny. Anyway. Here's a question. Is it better to love or to be loved? Oof. I love. I think it's better to love. Yeah, for sure. I think it's better to love. Have you ever been loved by someone that you didn't love? Pretty shitty. I think it's pretty shitty because you know that you're not delivering. You can't give them in return. I think it feels really bad. But if you love so purely, you're not, well, of course you would like it in return, but you care about them. And that feels something. I think that would be way special. Special. It's so special. Kurt says, hi, Zippy. Zipper. This is Zipper. Yin, how, of course, says it all depends. Jeff Stetler at Sean. I don't know what this conversation is. Walk outside and hit on real women. Dating sites are garbage. You know what, Jeff? So many people think this, and I don't know if it's true or not. The thing is everyone who is on a dating site is also at the grocery store. So, and what I love about I love dating sites. You can filter so maybe as a woman, you can filter so fast. And it all depends what you're looking for, too. If they don't have any bio, you shouldn't be talking to them. You should be super picky because they're telling you who they are. If they're just showing their tits, then you know who they are. You know, but I also know it's difficult for men. It's a totally different game for men on dating sites. Women have it way easier. Way easier. Just like we were talking about before, about you can be a pretty unattractive woman. You can be an unattractive woman and have the potential to fuck just as many dudes as a supermodel. Men don't have that luxury, but men have other tools. I think nature did us pretty well with their distribution of the ability to find a mate. Women should be feminine and attractive, take care of themselves. And then men can be a ton of things to get the attention of women. They can be good looking. That's a form of power, right? I talk about this all the time. They can be hilarious. That's a form of power. They can make a lot. They can make a lot of money. That's a form of power. They can lead people. They can be convincing. That's a form of power. Anything, if women were deer, okay? If women were deer and they're at a party and they're just hanging out, what is going to make a woman look? A lot of the people that watch my channels are told by other men that women think about looks and money. Remember when Tommy Lahren freaked out and went on that rant? And everyone was like, women of today are getting confused about what men want. They're thinking that what men want is the same as what women want. Men do the same thing. Men think that women want whatever it is, the same things that men want, which is looks, not money. But women want power. They want to be with someone who's power. Power equals competent. Women want a competent partner. And what are you competent in? Are you super smart? Do you make a lot of money? Are you very good looking? Are you very fit? Are you very funny? Are you a very good leader? Are you very charming? What are you competent in? That's what women are looking for. Okay. Netchama, thank you. Movies like Friends with Benefits are such a disservice. The trope deludes women into thinking if they have sex with a man enough, he'll eventually fall in love with them, and that's not the case at all. I agree with you. My thinking is digging your thinking. What's that? There's a movie that came out or is coming out about the crazy zany road trip that two high school girls go on so one can get an abortion. So one can get an abortion. Because she can't do it here in her city or state. I don't know. I didn't see the movie. So they have to like take a road trip. And it's all their adventures on their way to the abortion. Oh my God, you guys, what is happening? Oh, that's some craziness right there. Jennifer Flower. It's an odd topic. My experience has been more like the men I've slept with were all cool with marrying me. None of them cared that I had previous partners. Jennifer, I also understand that. I think that there, yeah, yeah, I understand that. Remake of Thelma and Louise. Yeah, but weren't Thelma and Louise just going to kill themselves or something? Okay, let's do it. Throw down. Abortion is murder. Yeah, that took me a long time. As many of you know, I was a liberal by a hereditary gene. It was passed on to me. And then you guys know the story. And then I met someone who was very intelligent who introduced me to anarchy. And every question and every dilemma that I presented to him, there was no loophole with his thinking. It was just pure logic, and it was articulated well. And I'd go home and be like, "Fuck, I hate being wrong." So I would do research, and then that's how I became an anarchist. And then doing the thinking about anarchy and bending the knee to the truth and abiding by the non-aggression principle and appreciating and following negative rights, not positive rights. That's the conclusion that I came to, that abortion is no good. Is very, very, very bad. Mike Shot TV, anarchy means no ruler, not no rules, no ruler. It is about voluntary relationships, voluntarism. Anarchy has a bad rap because the media tells you that the people that are breaking down doors and stealing and being total assholes are anarchists. And I think some of them are confused on what it means too. They want anarchy, which they're saying is chaos, but they're not following any of the tenets of what I follow as an anarchist. Sean Connery died. Yeah, didn't he, you guys? Did Sean Connery die?
The place of death of Sean Connery is Lifford, K.
October
Sean
31st.
Connery died on
He died on October 31st. I'm sorry if everyone's hearing it here for for the first time. Rick Bourne, anarchy, is that like chaos theory? Ever seen The Dark Knight when the Joker says the great thing about anarchy is it's fair? Huh? I didn't see that. Jennifer Flower is back, and she said, I think the important part is whether more sexual partners ruins the ability to bond. I think our commitment ability has changed. Also, the issue with children from a previous partner is a factor. Yes. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Black Rose is 750. Sean and Alex Trebek died around the same time. I thought it was really fitting. I started having a little freak out last night because I think it's so weird that we're all gonna die. Ugh. And I don't love the idea. And I just don't know if there's anything afterwards. And I'm so attached to my ego that imagining not existing anymore makes me quake in my boots. Did I use the word quake right? So Wait, so what resources can someone read about anarchy for someone who'd like to think, decide for themselves? Gamal El Sayed. Okay, later in your okay, I would start with Larkin Rose. I really like Larkin Rose. I also like Mark Passio, but like Mark Passio says, don't let the deliverer of the message deter you. Don't let your emotions of if you like that person or not deter you from the message. And that's kind of hard to do sometimes. The reason I'm saying this is because both of these guys are pretty abrasive. They don't care about feelings. And I think, have you ever studied something for so long and you get so comfortable with the notion and you know it in and out that you start to get really fed up with the people who don't know anything about it and think that they do? This is the tone I get from them, that they're just like, oh my God, people, you're so fucking stupid. And then they treat their listeners like that. So it's a little rude sometimes, but I think their information is awesome. Larkin Rose has a video called Lackluster. What's it called? The greatest religion, or the most powerful, the most dangerous religion. If you look it up on YouTube, the most dangerous religion is a pretty good video introducing the new religion, which is what? It is government. It is a fiat currency. We pledge allegiance. We do all these very interesting rituals to show our love and devotion to government. If someone doesn't believe in our God, like our political side, we hate them. We tell them they're stupid, just like religions have been doing to other religions since the beginning. Yeah. Relax and Maxon, the messenger always gets killed. It's pretty interesting to me, the amount of importance people put on the messenger. Like if you're charming and good looking, you can say lies and people are a little bit more okay with it. If you're ugly and crude and you're saying true things, people don't really want to hear those true things coming from you, I don't know. Sorry. Okay, I think Lackluster, thank you, just put, there's Harvey Weinstein. Lackluster just put that video in the chat comments. So if you're not here live and you happen to watch this, I like him. I like him very much. Is there anyone else? Is there any other people who are who believe in the NAP, who follow the NAP, and respect negative rights over positive rights? Is there anyone else in my audience like that? Lackluster Josh. Wait, what? Okay. Well, you guys, we did it. We went for longer than 30 minutes. I'm supposed to talk to my mom at 7. I don't talk to my mom very much. I talk to my mom, I would say once every 6 weeks or so. Sometimes we'll go like 3 or 4 months. Sometimes we talk 3 times in a week. But I'd say once every 6 weeks. How about we all go call our moms? You're not going to do that, are you? That's okay. Well, everyone, thank you for hanging out. Again, if this is your first time here, I think that you're really great. Do you smoke weed, Jennifer? Kurt, no. I tried and I freaked out. I freaked out. I freaked out so bad that I went home and I told my mom that I was at a party and I smoked weed. And okay. So she called her friend who was a big stoner, and he was like, "Hey, Jenny, how you doing? How do you feeling?" And I felt so afraid because I hated the buzz that I was laying down on the couch and my body would like spasm and tighten up into like a fetal position. And I'd have to stretch back out straight, and then my body would convulse. That's how much I hated and was bad at smoking weed. So I know I don't smoke weed. Okay, everyone. So yeah, if this is your first time here, thank you. Some people don't like this and some people do. The people that do, I'm very happy that I can hang out with you. The people that don't, I hope that you find something to do tonight, like calling your mom. Okay? I'll see you next week. Does that sound good? I'm going to press end stream. I'm going to press end stream. Everyone, have a good night. I'll talk to you on Tuesday and I'll see you on Friday. Oh, no, remember Sunday. Sunday at 6 o'clock. I'm talking to Ruben Jr. about promiscuity. Okay, everyone, goodbye.